Action movies. They used to be the cornerstone of Hollywood, and the only genre that seems to get worse every year. It really struck me when watching The Gray Man on Netflix. This movie has everything. Good-ish writers and directors, brilliant actors, big budget, cool locations. So why then does it feel so incredibly, In this video, I've cut it down to 3 main points, which I feel The Gray Man and so many other newer action films completely miss. Or I might just be a nostalgic asshole. Fight me. The points are... Holy sh**! Did you see that? This category is dedicated to moments of something absolutely spectacular happening. Like Jackie Chan almost dying jumping off a 6-story shopping market.
I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, I just... Boom!
First, I'd like to mention the newly released Prey. The plot is basically The Predator, but in the 1700s, and we follow a young Comanche hunter looking to prove herself. But it's not really until the second half of the film, when they've earned it, that the slaughter really starts happening. And oh boy, is it good. I'd say about 1/3 of the kills make you go, oh, either because of cool spectacle or extreme violence. And yes, I know you're thinking this is extremely obvious. And it is.
You're right.
But they still keep getting it wrong. Mainly because studios seem to think that we won't notice when what is supposed to be a crazy cool moment instead looks like a video game cutscene. I'm not telling you to make panels real. But police, crashing vehicles, zero-G, blanks, and squibs will always look better. And it's not like you don't have the money. Also, extreme violence is cool. Oh god, I'm on some kind of watch list now, aren't I? You are watching an action movie. It's about violence. Just embrace it. Look at Starship Troopers. Why did Verhoeven spend so much of the budget getting incredible amounts of insanely realistic, torn to shreds corpses? Just to strew about. Was it part of a subtle critique of the logical endpoint of the death cult of fascism? Yes. But also, holy shit, look at that guy, that's crazy. Wait, what the fuck is the medic gonna do? Scoop his brains back in? God, I love this movie.
I'm doing my part too.
Which leads me to the abhorrent use of CGI in The Gray Man and other newer action films. You barely notice it, and it's just so utterly unnecessary. You know what I think of every time I see a little dust kick up like this? Nerds on YouTube having shootouts with crappy After Effects filters in 2010. And what about these cops here? I'm not asking for Rambo 4 chopping people in half here, but give me something. This looks like the guy started shooting and then they all had a synchronized stroke. But consider this scene from John Woo's 1992 masterpiece, Hard Boiled. Everything is exploding all the time and everyone's doing crazy parkour and it's really fast and it's hectic. If the main point of action in your film is shooting guns, then I'd rather watch those guns do an absurd amount of non-CGI damage, rather than some poofs and CGI bullet holes. You have hundreds of millions of dollars. Why can't you use some squibs and blanks?
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not?
I don't want to watch someone hanging out of a stupid CGI plane. I want the real shit. Action CGI has become so normalized, I don't think people even see it anymore. But do you know who sees it? Tom Cruise sees it. He's not going in the CGI plane, except for that one time. But even then, it was shot in a real plane and did 64 takes, rotating in 0-Gs. And in Mission Impossible 5, he's actually on the outside of the plane. God bless you, Tom. Or Sinew, bless you. I guess. Meanwhile, the Green Screen Brothers built a big rig for Gray Man. They also have the philosophy that faster cutting means faster action, almost like they think that by editing incomprehensibly fast, no one will actually notice that what you're making isn't really that good. This guy has a good video on the specifics if you're interested. And enough with the drone cameras, oh my god! Okay, next point.
Take it easy.
The Gray Man is based on a novel by your dad's favorite spy thriller writer, which makes sense since the Russos had their first big success making The Winter Soldier, which is basically a spy thriller and probably the smartest Marvel film. But that's like writing the smartest Barney the Dinosaur episode. Sierra 6 is a criminal hired by the CIA to do real bad shit. Or as I like to call it, completely normal CIA things. But then the CIA has a new boss who is a dick. Gray Man Sierra 6 finds the evidence and bad CIA boss hires incompetent stepdad Chris Evans to kill Sierra 6. And he's really bad at it, so he kidnaps 6's CIA dad and kills his CIA mom. And there's a big shootout in Prague. And CIA dad has a daughter, but she's sick, and like Ryan Gray Man has a bond with her because both their lives depend on this spook. And it's like a whole thing. The Russos wanted this movie.
We did want to construct a film that was extremely ambitious on an action level, and that was the experience for the lead characters and for the audience would be that of just running a gauntlet from the beginning of the movie to the end.
If you're gonna do something like that, you want something like Crank, where Jason Statham has been poisoned and only has an hour to live unless he keeps the adrenaline coursing through his body while he searches for an antidote. But no, this is a spy thriller, remember? Instead we go meandering around trying to figure out the mystery, and what's the payoff?
He's using the agency as his own personal hit squad.
What's he getting out of all of this?
This is shadow government stuff, which, bluntly, it is above Carmichael's pay grade.
The CIA is bad? If you want balls to the wall action, then your script should be, well, Crank. Or the beautifully elegant Mission Impossible 2. I know what you're thinking. That movie is stupid. He's being ironic. And you're not wrong. Except, wait, yeah, you are.
You are. You are wrong.
It's basically the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance of the series. It's James Bond turned up to 11.
You mean it'll be difficult?
Very.
Well, this is not mission difficult, Mr. Hunt. It's mission impossible.
Who is that, Sir Anthony Hub? Hans Zimmer scored to the movie. How did that get him? The double crosses, cheesy romance, slow-mo pigeons, and motorcycle chases never end. And who wrote this incredibly stupid script? Oh, that's right. The same guy who wrote Chinatown. You know, the greatest screenplay of all time. The plot is absurdly simple. Big Pharma has made a scary virus they are going to unleash so they can sell people the cure and become rich heroes. The only way to stop them is to send in Tom Cruise's crush, aka the bad guy's ex-girlfriend. To be undercover, cuck Tom Cruise and find out their plans. Now, the turn of the story is Tom Cruise finds out the CIA is bad. No, just kidding. His girlfriend infects herself with the virus instead of letting the bad guys have it.
Do it now!
We've got 19 hours and 58 minutes! I'll get Bellerophon into your system before then! Just stay alive! I'm not going to lose you!
That simple, huh?
Why not?
But what if that scene was written by the Marvel Brothers? You infected yourself with the virus? I've had worse. What are you gonna do, shoot me? I was looking really forward to sharing that zucchini. Something easily reproducible meme material to be quoted by nerds for fucking ever.
They fly now? They fly now!
That's all I have to say about Marvel banter. But yeah, Mission Impossible 2 is the one that always gets blown off as just a stupid, cheesy movie. It's the point! Mission Impossible 2. The Gray Man has a mediocre writer trying to write a smart action film, and Mission Impossible 2 has a genius writer writing the dumbest movie of all time. Side note on this, I'm gonna make a really controversial statement. Taking another person's life is a big deal. The fact that the solution in so many films is to pick up a gun and go fucking ballistic is, well, worrying. And honestly, if you're going to have a movie with an emotionless killing machine murdering a boatload of people, then the least you could do is have a good reason. I mean, if not, then it's just a boring guy killing boring people boringly. Which leads us all to the next big point.
Oh my god! Fucking hell!
The stakes should be rising to a climax before it seems like the hero has failed. But then he somehow prevails. That's the classic formula, plus minus some twists and turns and exploding motorcycles. Now let's look at some stakes in popular movies, shall we? If Ryan Gosling fails, a CIA dickhead gets away with doing atrocities. And Chris Evans is gonna pop CIA dad. And his daughter, who is kind of cool, John Wick, doesn't even have stakes. He's just angry, but he gets a pass because the Tomorrow War. Red Notice. I honestly don't remember a second of this movie, and I watched it like yesterday. The Hunt. Revenge on rich people.
You fucked up, bitch!
Unhinged. Oh god, he's right behind me, isn't he? Everything in 2019. 1996, The Rock. A bunch of cool, neglected Spec Ops guys, under the command of Ed Harris, betrays the United States, steals nerve gas missiles, and takes over Alcatraz prison. They demand to get what they are owed by the state. They are going to launch the missiles into San Francisco. So the FBI gets Nicolas Cage, who is a super poison expert, and the only one who can disarm the nerve gas missiles, as well as Sean Connery, an imprisoned super spy and the only man to escape Alcatraz Island. When the Navy SEALs escorting them all get murked, it's up to Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery to stop all the cool Spec Ops guys, or Ed Harris will gas all of San Francisco and Cage's pregnant waifu. It's Die Hard. It's super Die Hard. Ah!
Last time, you tell your men to safety their weapons, drop them on the deck.
I cannot give that order!
I am not going to repeat that order!
I will not give that order!
What the hell is wrong with you, man? You order your men to safety their weapons!
You must never hesitate.
Major Baxter, you're either with us or against us.
What was I talking about? Right, I don't really hate The Gray Man because it's painfully mediocre. Mostly it's because it cost $200 million. That's $35 million more than fucking Dune. It's the same amount as Tenet. You know, where Nolan crashed an actual jumbo jet? I mean, the plot there sucks too, but at least it's a fucking spectacle. You could also make Mad Max Fury Road, 4 Dreads, or 45, The Raid 2. So what I'm saying here is just make your film an easy-to-follow, ultra-violent soap opera with as many practical effects as possible, and you are going to have a good time. Okay, I'm ending the video now, because I hate it. And it basically broke me. The next one will be much better, I swear. If you still like it somehow, please consider subscribing then. Thank you very, very much to my beautiful, beautiful, talented, sexy patrons. See you next time.
O nosso trabalho aqui é feito este ano.